Welcome back, everyone, to the 450 channel. I'm Daniel. It's playoff time. You guys know what that means. Playoff predictions. It is something that I love to do on this channel, and it's kind of a tradition at this point. 2 years, 3 years doing it. So, yeah, let's get into it. Before we start, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like down below as well, and comment. Let me know who you guys think are going to win the World Series. Now, remember, this is all my opinion. So do not take anything too serious. All right, let's go. So first, we'll start in the AL. We got the wild card matchups. Tampa, Cleveland first. Two very interesting teams. Tampa almost missed out being the 6th seed, which is very surprising. Cleveland is only in it because of the AL Central being so weak. However, with that being said, if we're looking at momentum, the AL Central and the Cleveland Guardians here have been playing very well lately. Cleveland is on a nice little run towards the end of the season. And I do like, in a 3-game series, I do like their pitching. I like their starters. They're going to get them in deep. However, with that being said, Tampa's pitching is probably the most underrated in the entire league. They just got a ton of guys who are going to throw 90 plus, 100 plus. That you're not going to know the names of, but they're going to get the job done. Who am I picking for this? I'm going Cleveland. One, home field advantage I think is going to be a huge deal in this. Plus, Bieber, McKenzie is a nice 1-2 combo. And I know there's other guys I'm missing too. But plus, J-Rams had a phenomenal year. Stephen Kwan was gross. Josh Naylor's gross. So, yeah, we're going Cleveland Guardians over the Tampa Bay Rays. As for the second wild card, we got my Jays versus the Seattle Mariners. And without surprise, I'm taking the Jays. At home, Manoah's pitching game 1, Gausman game 2. That atmosphere is going to be electric. As well, Jays are hot towards the end of the year. The bats look good. I'm expecting a very, very good series. Don't get me wrong. Seattle is very, very good. However, Seattle did have an easier schedule towards the end of the season, and they did fumble kind of bit with it. So, with this tougher team here in Toronto, excuse me for pausing there, but tougher team in Toronto here, I'm going with the Blue Jays. I think they're going to be a very, very tough team in this playoff. No bias, obviously. We'll move on to the wild card here. For the NL, it's the Phillies versus the Cardinals. I'm going to take the Cardinals. That team is way too good to be a wild card. Kind of sucks that the other two teams are just gross. But I'm going with the wild card and the Cardinals. And honestly, they might be a sneaky team to go all the way. Keep an eye on them. Phillies, they don't have the defense, and I'd still not back behind that pitching. Second wild card, Mets versus Padres. I'm taking the Mets. Mets are one of the best teams in the league. Again, kind of sucks that they couldn't win the division. They choked to the Braves. Padres, I'm not sold on. I don't really think they're going to go deep. Maybe with Tatis it'd be a different story. However, I don't see it as well as that Mets rotation. You're going to have DeGrom and Scherzer 1 and 2. That's tough as well. Plus Walker and Carrasco and the pen arms and Edwin Diaz, who's been gross. So that Mets team's going nuts. Move on to the second round here. We'll start with the AL again. So we got the Yankees versus the Guardians. I'm taking the Guardians. Screw the Yankees. They played absolutely terrible towards the last end of the season. And they were honestly really cold. Really, it wasn't very, very tough teams either they were playing, except for a couple of AL teams. But I'm taking the Guardians. I'm taking that pitching, and I'm taking just the fact that I don't think the Yankees are. I think the Yankees are going to choke first round like they've been doing every other year. Moving on to the second round, in the AL this year, we got the Jays versus the Astros. And as much as I want to pick the Jays, that Astros team is way too good. And it's so frustrating because they don't even have Correa anymore. But that team just knows how to get it done. Valdez is gross. McCullers Jr. is gross. Verlander's gross. Yordan Alvarez had a gross season. Bregman's good. Pena. So on and so forth. The team is very, very good. And as much as I want to pick the Jays, and I think it's going to be probably the best series in this whole playoffs, will be a Jays versus Astros series. I think it's going to go 5 games at least. I still think the Astros are going to come out on top. Second round here in the NL, Braves versus the Cardinals. I'm taking the Cardinals again. I'm back in the Cinderella story here with Pujols and Wainwright and Molina's final year. Braves are very good, don't get me wrong. I like the moves the Cardinals made at the deadline. I've been saying it all in the videos. And I'm just gonna back a little Cinderella story here with the Cardinals having a nice run for these three in their final years. Dodgers, Mets. I'm taking the Dodgers. That Dodgers team just set one of the highest like win totals in a season ever. I think they're like fourth all time. So yeah, that team's very, very good. The Mets are good. Don't get me wrong. This could also be a very, very close series. But I'm just gonna back a little bit of Dodgers history and the fact that the Dodgers has always performed in the playoffs. So moving on to the ALCS here, I got the Guardians versus the Astros, and I'm gonna go Astros. This Astros team is, like I said, very, very good, and they're gonna be scary going into this playoffs. And I don't know if a team can stop them really. Now with that being said, going the NLCS, I got Dodgers and Cardinals here, and I'm gonna go with the Dodgers. Yep, I know, very boring. We'll have a Dodgers-Astros finals, but the actual storyline to this, I think, will be very, very good, considering everything that's happened between these two teams in the past. I would love the Cardinals to go on a run and go to the playoffs and go to the finals, but this Dodgers team, like I said, too good. 10 plus wins in the regular season. You can't just not count them out in the playoffs. With that being said, moving on to the World Series here, Dodgers, Astros, World Series. I'm thinking it's going 7 games of 9-inning complete baseball between these teams. Who do I think is going to win? That's a good question. I'm going to go with the Dodgers. Yep. Dodgers are going to win. They are going to go. They didn't win last year, no? Why am I blanking on who won last year? Was it the Dodgers? 2021 winner. Sorry, I'm just checking right now. It was the Dodgers. Oh, no, that's 2020. 2021. Braves. Okay, never mind. I'm just blanking. I forgot. Yep, Freeman won and then went to Dodgers. So, yeah, Freeman's going to get a 2-time champ. Dodgers are going to win this thing. That Dodgers 1-9 lineup's gross. The rotation's gross. The whole team is just gross. That organization knows how to manage a baseball team as well. I think they have home field advantage. I can't remember if the NL team won the wild card or the All-Star game. But if they do, that is a massive swing for the Dodgers. Astros, again, like I said, you guys are very, very good. I think it'll be 7 games of just annihilating great baseball. But I'm picking the Dodgers. I'm picking that Dodgers rotation. I'm putting my money down on them. And yeah, it's going to be a good playoffs. Don't get me wrong. Kind of boring with the Dodgers, my pick here. But, I mean, I'm going to be realistic with this. Let me know what you guys know down below. As well as drop a like. And I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.